Dear students, let us continue the lesson friction. So let us continue the topic, that is friction as a necessary evil. Why it is said that friction is a necessary evil? Because friction is both good and bad thing for us. Let us study in this chapter, in this concept, that friction, how it is good and how it is bad for us. So let us study first how friction is good. That means what are the advantages of friction. So recall now some of your experiences. Okay, is it easier to hold a earthen pot or a glass tumbler? Yes, your answer may be it is easier to hold a earthen pot compared to a glass tumbler, is it? Suppose the outer surface of the tumbler is greasy, or if some cooking oil is applied on that glass tumbler, would it become easier to hold or it is more difficult to hold that oily tumbler? Yes, that it feels difficult to hold that glass when the oil is applied, is it? So would it be possible to hold the glass at all if there is no friction? Yes, it is very difficult. We would not be able to hold the things, is it? We would not be able to hold the pick or hold a thing, as it would slip from our hands. So friction, which helps us to pick up and hold things in our hands. We can hold a glass tumbler in our hands because of friction between the tumbler and our hands. Similarly, not only that, we can pick up the objects, for example, book laying on the desk by our hands. That is also where friction helps us to hold the things, objects in our hand. So, without friction, it is not able to pick or hold a thing, okay, as it would slip from our hands. So, friction which helps us to pick up and hold things in our hands. So, this is the first advantage of friction. Second is that if you recall how difficult it is to move on a wet muddy track or wet marble floor, can you imagine being able to walk at all if there is no friction? If there is no friction, we would have slipped and fall. So imagine just walking on a oily surface, whether it is possible. What happens if we just walk on a oily surface? We just slip and fall, is it? So friction which enables us to walk without slipping. So it is because of friction between the sole of the shoe and the ground prevents us from slipping. You can say here, so friction between the foot and the road which helps us to walk. So where the frictional force is applied in forward direction and our leg which is applying the force on the road where it prevents us from slipping. So while walking, we push the ground backwards and the force of friction acts in the opposite direction, that is in the forward direction. So and it prevents us from slipping by making the balance. You can see here how the friction force is acting, how we are going to step forward in the motion is in forward direction. So this is the second advantage, that is friction helps us to walk without slipping. Okay. Next, that is friction which enables us to write with a pen or pencil or a chalk. If there were no friction, would it be easy to write with the help of a pen or pencil? So when you have seen, we are writing on a chalk, we are writing on a blackboard with the help of a chalk. So it's rough surface, rough surface rubs off some chalk particles which sticks to the blackboard. So could it be easy if there were no friction without the chalk and the board? You may have seen sometimes on the board we cannot write oily, if it is an oily surface we cannot write on that oily surface with the help of chalk. is it? So because if there is no friction, it is not able to write. Not on the paper also it is not able. Just you can see that if you apply some oil on the paper, then try to write, you are not able to write because their friction is reduced, is it? So friction which helps us to write and draw on paper. It is because of the friction between the tip of the pencil and the paper, the carbon particle from the pencil lead rubs off from it, and due to friction which appears as a black mark on the paper. You can try it by applying oil on a paper, it is not able to write. So friction which helps us to write and draw on a paper. So this is the advantage of friction. And also friction which helps us to move the objects on a road without skidding. Okay, if an object starts moving, it would never stop if there were no friction. Had there been no friction, if there was no friction between the tires of the automobiles and the road, they could not be started, or we could not stop any object, or we could not change the direction of motion of an object. So friction which helps a vehicle to move on a road without skidding. So it is the friction between the tire and the road which helps the object to move and also to stop the moving object. So it is because of friction between the tire of a car and the road which helps us to move forward without skidding, and which also helps to stop. So if there were no friction, the car would stay where it was, is it? So it would not have started. So friction helps us to move without skidding. So a car move due to friction. You can see here, friction enables a car to move on a road without skidding. So it becomes sometimes difficult to drive on a wet road. You may have experienced it. So this is because of water present on the road which reduces friction. So if there were no friction, it is very difficult to ride on a road. Okay. And also here you could not fix a nail on the wall. It allows us to fix friction which allows us to fix a nail in the wall. So fixing a nail on a wall, or it may be in the wood, where it is the friction between the nail and the object which helps us to fix a nail. Okay, so without friction no building could be constructed. So friction which is very important in our daily life activity. So friction is sometimes useful, so we call friction is necessary. Okay, so which you have just let us list down once again which are the advantages one by one which you have studied now. Friction is useful for many daily activities. Which are the daily activities? That is, it is possible to hold a tumbler due to friction between the hand and the tumbler. Next, friction between the feet and the ground help us to walk on the ground. Friction between the pen and the paper helps us to write on the paper. In the same way, friction between the blackboard and the chalk which helps us to write on the board. And friction between the tires and the road helps the automobiles to move on the road. Friction between the bricks helps in the construction of building. In the same way, friction between the nail and the object which helps us to fix a nail on the wall. So these are all the advantages of friction. Okay, so next, friction is an evil we have to discuss now. So how the friction is bad for us, that is disadvantages of friction. So sometimes there are some disadvantages also. Let us see what are the disadvantages. The first disadvantage is that friction wears away the soles of our shoes. You may have seen your shoes, is it? So you have seen used your if you compare the old shoes and the new shoes, you may have seen how it has become the old shoes, all it has been just worn out. So friction wear away the soles of our shoe. That means when we walk on a road, the friction between the sole of our shoe and the road which where the tiny surface of the shoes keep on breaking off slowly, due to which the soles of our shoes wear out slowly, is it? So, due to which shoes get damaged and becomes unfit to wear. So, you can see here the shoes which have, due to friction, it has worn out, is it? So you can see how the soles of the shoes have been torn, is it? So that is because of friction. So this is a disadvantage of friction. So, and also the tires of the vehicle wear out gradually due to friction. You can see by the continuous usage, due to more friction, what happens? The tires of the vehicle wear out. That means, so like the shoe, tiny particles of the tire also break down due to friction when they run on the road. The same thing also happens with the bicycles also. So effect of tires due to friction, you can see here, this is a new tire. After continuous usage, what happens? The tires of surface of the tire goes on wearing out. So that means that is because of friction. Next, the third disadvantage is that it wears out the brake pad of a vehicle. So you may have seen the brake pad in the vehicles, is it? So where the brakes are applied. So before it will be without, after using continuously, what happens? Due to friction it wears out gradually. You can see here the difference, the new one and the old one. So brake pad is made up of a rubber, is it? So continuous usage, when the brakes of the vehicle are applied, and lot of friction is produced. So due to this, it wears out the brake pads gradually. Okay, friction wears out the brake pads of the vehicle gradually. So in the same way, the fourth disadvantage is that it wears out the steps of the staircase in the buildings and also foot over bridges. You may have seen in the bus stands or in some places where the steps are used. So where many people walk on it. So due to friction between the sole of the shoes, what happens? And wear away the hard stone steps slowly, is it? So such type of staircase are usually seen in railway station, offices, old building. So when it is new, the steps will be nice. Later on, what happens? By due to friction, what happens? It goes slowly, wears out. So where we can easily slip and fall on that kind of staircases. Okay. So friction wears out steps of the staircase in buildings. And also friction produces heat. When you rub your hands, when you rub your palms each other, you may have observed the heat, is it? And also when if there is a friction between the two objects, there also heat is produced. So friction enables us to light a matchstick. So when we rub a matchstick against the rough surface, what happens? The heat is produced. So this friction between both of them produces heat, and this heat burns chemically where the head of the matchstick lights up, is it? So friction produces heat. This is the disadvantage. Okay, friction produces heat. Next, friction slows down motion. So when the object is moving, it gradually slows down. So it opposes, friction opposes motion. That means when the rubber ball stops, when it is moving, that is because of friction. So as you just apply a brake when you are riding, what happens? It gradually slows down. So there is a friction between the, why it slows down? That is because the friction between the road surface and the tire, which slows down the motion of an object. So friction reduces the motion of a moving parts of a machine. And also when there is a friction between the two surfaces, it slows down the moving parts of the machine. Okay. In fact, all moving things such as car, buses, aeroplanes, then boats, ships, etc. are slowed down by friction, where friction opposes motion of an object. So these are all disadvantages we have learned. So let us list now disadvantages of friction, which we have learnt already now. That is, first we had learned friction force results in wear and tear of objects such as moving parts of machine, tires of a vehicle, soles of a shoe, and also staircase in some buildings, is it? So friction causes wear and tear. And also it results in production of heat in case of machines. The production of heat leads to wastage of energy. In case of machine, this heat energy is wasted. And frictional force also leads to decrease in the speed of a moving object, or sometimes it stops a moving object. Okay, ball which is rolling on a ground stops because of friction. In the same way, some vehicles stops because of friction, where more energy is required to make an object to move. So frictional force also leads to decrease in the speed of a moving object. And also it can lead to noise pollution in certain cases. For instance, aircraft produce loud sound due to the air friction. So you may have heard the sound of the airplane when it is moving. That is because of the friction in between the air and the object, where it produces a loud sound. Okay, and sometimes friction causes fire in forest too. When there is a rubbing between the two branches of the tree, what happens? It produces heat, due to which it causes fire. Okay, sometimes friction causes fire in forest. You may have heard the forest where the it catches fire, is it? That is because of friction. So what is our conclusion now? You have learnt about some good things and how it is friction is used in a good way, and how friction is bad for us. We have learnt now. So here, what is our conclusion? Friction is a necessary evil, because we hate it sometimes, but we also need it. Friction is necessary, and also it is sometimes evil. So it is very useful and but harmful too. So we have to use this in a proper way. Is it? Friction is sometimes useful and it is sometimes harmful. So we say that friction is a necessary evil. Is it? So this is about advantages and disadvantages of friction. Hope you all have understood about advantages and disadvantages of friction. Is it? If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you.